prophet than the prophet himself who authored every document that we have. And you gonna tell me somebody that came behind him is wiser? That makes no damn sense. You can't get that past a true Sheikh and Adam of the Moorish science of America, one of the prophet's true followers. You tell that foolishness to somebody else. You can't tell a true follower of the prophet Noble Drew Ali that he reincarnated into John Givenzil after we got the proof that John Givenzil was put out of the temple because he said that he was Allah. This is in writing by the Prophet Supreme Grand Sheikh Ibn Miliel. You can't get that small time junk over on us. You need to sit down somewhere and stop trying to fleece the people. But we see here in the Holy Quran of Mecca that the Prophet Muhammad had the same problems with traitors. And it says here in verse 81 that they say obedience. And this is the same thing that we got going on right now. They say obedience. They say we follow Allah and His Prophet. They say that He rightly guides us. But then the actions start coming. We start hearing what they say. We start seeing what they do. And it's other than what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali has taught and guided us. It's a whole nother direction. They turn back on their heels. And they say they do it, a part of them plan, they do it by night, which means they do it in secrecy. They do it in the dark, where they think nobody can see them. But the Holy Quran of Mecca tells and teaches us that Allah writes down what they plan by night. And then it tells those of us who choose to do right and follow His Prophet, it says to turn aside from them and trust in Allah. And Allah is sufficient as having charge of affairs. And I want to read the footnote that's in the Maulana Muhammad version of the Holy Quran of Mecca. And it says, this reference here is to the secret council of the hypocrites who are always plotting against the Prophet while they kept an appearance of obedience to him. And this is not what we are going through right now. Those who are plotting, they want us to join their group, the Supreme Grand Resurrection. What the hell is that? When the Prophet Noble Drew Ali didn't establish nothing but the Moorish Science Temple of America. But you want me to be a part of something else? You done lost your mind. You go pull that small time stuff over on somebody else. The Prophet took the temple or changed the name to the Moorish Science Temple of America, but you want me to go back to the Moorish Holy Temple of Science. The Prophet established the Moorish Science Temple of America, but you want me to go with the Ethiopian Charles Kirkman to the Moorish Science Temple of America E. No, we don't do that here. Those of us who really believe in the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and not make our words into symbols of truth, we follow him tooth and nail, life or death. We're the vanguard of this movement. Like the Prophet teaches us in Cabin Empty, he knows where every one of us is along the road because he has traveled the road many years before. So he knows you are traitors and hypocrites and liars. And all we doing is just exposing you. But the Holy Quran of Mecca teaches us what we should do with these hypocrites and liars and traitors. It says that they long that you should disbelieve as they have disbelieved, so that you might be on the same level. So that we might be on the same level. So take not from among them friends until they flee in Allah's way. Then, if they turn back to hostility, seize them and kill them wherever you find them, and take no friend nor helper from among them. This is the answer or the remedy to the hypocrites. So I say to you who are hypocrites and traitors who are doing other than what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali told us, I say you change your way. Because if you don't change your way, well, we have our orders. And we ain't turning no other cheek. We're not taking friend or helper. We destroy you where you stand. Because the Moorish Science Temple of America has been in disarray long enough. The Moorish nation has been in disarray long enough. So your day of scheming and plotting is over. Allah is tired of your foolishness. The true believers in Allah and His Prophet, we are tired of your foolishness. old Moors just running mouths, believing in this one and that one for doing what they were supposed to did anyway. Talking about some, well, he helped me, or he's my first teacher and all that. I don't care. We don't care who your teacher is, because your teacher had to sit at the feet of the prophet, or either his teacher sat at the feet of the prophet. So we don't care who your teacher is. What we care about is you following the teaching and instructions of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because Allah didn't choose your teacher. He chose Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So who are you following? You following your teacher, or you following the prophet? And if you don't follow the prophet, you're an enemy to us. You're an enemy to your nation, and you're an enemy to Allah, and you're an enemy to his prophet. And we will exercise the remedy that Allah has set forth in his holy Quran. We tired. Young Moors who will watch this video, come with us. Come with your prophet. Because we refuse to do anything other than what Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder, has done. We refuse to say other than what Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder, has said. We refuse to turn our backs on our holy and divine prophet. And all we will do in this temple and in this temple group is follow the instructions of our prophet, because it makes no sense that if he raises up from nothing, cleaned us up when we was dirty, made us intelligent when we was dumb, taught us how to speak when we couldn't talk, opened our eyes when we couldn't see. It makes no other sense than in 2009 to continue to follow the path that he bestowed before us. So, with that being said, I say come join us. Leave the hypocrites and the traitors, unless they decide to turn to Allah and turn back to his prophet. Leave them. The Holy Quran of Mecca says, take no friend or helper from amongst them. Most of you all have a Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Read it. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, read carefully the doctrines of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Reread your Moorish literature, your 101. See if your leadership is doing that which the Prophet instructed them to do, because I guarantee you they are not. They saying and talking everything else other than what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali has taught and told us to do. And we wonder why the Moorish nation, it hasn't gotten further or progressed anymore since the Prophet left us in the form and left us with his Supreme Grand Sheikh Ibn Eliel, who did the best that he could with these traitors that we have amongst us today, calling themselves Moors. Come with us. There won't be any bickering here over no power. There won't be anybody here talking about how much of a grand sheikh they are, and they ain't got but 5 or 6 temples, if that, and then has done nothing in their community, nothing in their state that's tangible for the people to see. Prophet Noble Drew Ali had businesses, grocery stores, laundromats, a printing company. But you talking about you in charge. My group this, my group that. Well, where is your evidence of all this power that you claim you have? Where's the evidence to support who you say you are? And I say again, come join us. The Supreme Grand Sheikh, Prince Qasid is truly a true Supreme Grand Sheikh, who has already performed works that has been instrumental and monumental in benefiting this nation. And we are continuing, and he is continuing to do more. But we need numbers. Many of you complain about what Moors are doing and what Moors are not doing. But we can't do it without the manpower. We can't do it without the strength. We can only do what we can do with what we have.